But as far as the sound is concerned, this sounded perfect. That had a sound, and that went all the way for 6. Well, let me tell you, the length was edible for the batter, and the sound audible for everybody. Indeed, went all the way for 6. Again, good running, very good running. Dropping and running. This is good cricket. 39 of 37. The partnership is gradually gathering a little bit of momentum here. And Mehdi Hassan Miraj is the one providing it. They're very pensive at the moment, crowd. Ever since Mehdi Hassan Miraj has come out and started to find the boundaries, the mood has changed in the Isles. Certainly has. They've gone quiet. But wait for something to happen. They'll be in full voice. This crowd, as you said, they've been behind the Sri Lankan cricketers. Having said that, let's give full credit to the curator. It looks a very good surface. I mean, even when Sri Lanka batted and now when Bangladesh bats, it has misbehaved. The ball has been coming onto the bat quite nicely. The batters have enjoyed anything offline with pace on. Haven't really struggled too much against spin either. A single, 8 runs in the over. At the end of 20, it's 102 for 3. That's the rest of the batters. There's Shamin. Still early days for him. Zakir. And then, of course, you're down to the bowlers. So Bangladesh will need a partnership at this stage to try and build a platform. And they'll try to build on. Change of bowling. Belalage bowling from the opposite end. The skipper is just mixing it around the bowling resources. Manitu Asaranga just bowled 4 overs, not for 18. Belalage into his 4th. As a bowler, he doesn't give you lollies, that's for sure. Belalage on the money most of the times. Starting to enjoy the dinner. It's dinner time. Now long on comes into the circle to save one. Long off goes out. It's a deep mid wicket and a deep backward square leg. You hear the grunt every time Punit Belalage bowls. Real effort, the real grunt from him. They're not just enjoying the cricket, but enjoying seeing themselves on the giant screen. However brief it may be, they're enjoying the brief moment of visibility. It's a good comeback. 3 singles only. The over. He will want to finish strong. Down the track. on to a catch. Bangladesh lose a big wicket, which I think was unnecessary in the context of the game. That was beautifully bowled.
Yeah, never allow the batter to get underneath that one, to get that elevation, to play Bilal again. Who's safe as houses, wherever he feels. He's a good catcher. High five. And they're loving it. To see the back of Bangladeshi captain, Mehdi Hasan Miraj, who played well for his 28. It's 1 of 5 for 4.
Hussain is in as the troubles continue for Bangladesh into his 6th match. It's the 55 runs, left to work on his batting. Coming at a position of strife for Bangladesh. It's really having problems trying to build up partnerships and throwing the wickets away at the wrong time.
I understand the thinking, Shamim, but his execution was wrong. He was trying to hit it straight down the ground. Now Velalage is trying to spin it away from the right hander. I would think inside out, more towards extra cover would have been the option. But he's trying to hit it straight down, he slices it. And Janit Yenage was very wide at long on. That's a big wicket, in fact. Bangladesh could not afford a mistake at that point. They were just getting that momentum again.
So pretty hard, but then again, once again, a superb work in the field.
Now why that is special is that Hasaranga. He couldn't move. He's been struggling with a hamstring injury, but he throws himself. Gets it in one hand and tries to get the dive out.
Yes, just about. And that wasn't too far either from the stumps. Excellent work and a good dive too.
Yellow card, you reckon, in football for that dive?
Well, no one near him to trip him, so no chance of a yellow card. But good work from this man.
When he's limping around, sometimes you wonder if he's actually injured because he comes up with stuff like that.
Well, the Sri Lankan fans delighted. This very assertive performance. Now, a little juggle, a little misfield allows that run to be taken.
Edge of the turf, edge of the square. It's always rough and it changes pace. But no excuses. The fielder there generally is aware of these factors and changes that can happen.
Very, very difficult period of play here for Bangladesh. Required run rate now 6.24. 4 wickets down. Hriday has been a touch out of sorts, except for 100 recently. Before that and after that, hadn't been scoring too many runs.
I thought his half century in the previous game, the second ODI, was well constructed, played against his character of taking chances.
And he was very unfortunate to be run out when he just seemed to be opening up. And you're right, against his character showed a lot of resilience.
That's what you want, right?
Absolutely.
To be able to adjust to situations, and even today, to see a Different Ridoy, not the carefree Ridoy.
Very, very watchful. Shamim Hussain needs to stay there. Should understand what is required from the Bangladeshi perspective after that little partnership that you're mentioning of 40 plus areas and Mirage, who seem to be easing into his innings. Just hold out into the deep. Can play big shots, Shamim Hussain, but to be wary. You get a good ball, you pay respect to it. Play the ball to its merit. That's the way to go at the moment.
You mentioned the required run rate, Shami. 6.3 these days, batsmen do back themselves, isn't it? Even at 10, from the last few overs, more often than not they get it. But of course you don't want it to get there, you want to have it under control. I still feel they just need a partnership. Bangladesh need to get a partnership together till about the 35th over. Then you see what you can do from there. Another wicket here, you lose those options available to you. This is good. That's the way to do it. But they're 9 for 4.
Well, I think Professor Hussain Imon, the manner in which he got out trying to sweep, got out at deep mid wicket, and Mirage was trying to go over the top. Shots that could have been avoided.
But you look at those two partnerships, 42, 43, so they've done the hard work and they're starting to capitalize. One of those partnerships needed to go on. Starts and stalling again is the big problem that Bangladesh are facing at the moment.
Yeah, not the first time. I think that has happened in the past. It's one thing that they'll have to get out very, very quickly. Bad habit of building up little partnerships, but not continuing it to bigger numbers. And for that, you need one guy at least to have a standout performance, bat deep, let the other batters bat around him. But the bowling has been very, very impressive from all the Sri Lankan bowlers. Hardly given an opportunity. Every time Bangladesh have just seem to be breaking the shackles. They just managed to hold out. Impressive.
Now look at how wide Janit Dienage is at mid-off. But that's because when you try to hit a left-arm spinner down the ground, it turns a bit, grips a bit, it goes wider than usual. That's a well-worked-out fielder. Medias and Miraj played exactly into the hands of the Sri Lankans. Gone! Oh, just short. Chipped it back almost. And again, top balls, building pressure, and right there for 4.
sides have been in close proximity of each other, but the feel of the game tells you that Sri Lanka have a reasonably good control over the proceedings at this moment. It's going to be quite a difficult task for Bangladesh to go and cross that 286. It's going to take a monumental effort from these two in particular. They are very capable. Just a question of being patient.
Well, what a good time for a new hero to pop up. Ridoy, we know what he can do. It's about him really asserting his dominance, his place as the number 4 for Bangladesh. And then Shamim in his 6th game, 6th innings, a high score of 22. Here we go. Time for a new hero.
You said it, Russ, and you never know when the opportunity arises. They say grab it with both hands. This might be one for Shamim Hussain Patwari.
In 4 dots, Shamim. It's always been those dots there, but that loose shot has come out. Your ability to keep milking the bowlers will be the difference.
That's an opportunity to at least get one run. And just going back to the point you made about the manner in which Ridoy played in the last ODI, it's continued in the same vein. If he just takes it easy and just bides his time, do not get frustrated by a collection of dot balls or a single here and there. Don't be forced into shots of indiscretion. Throw in it, doesn't get a run. 26 done, 122 for 4. Just a little dip for the green worm. The dip they want to avoid too sharply. They want to keep there or thereabouts with the blue worm.
Yeah, the reason for the dip? Those heavy green balls that you find here and there.
And they've occurred on a regular basis. The wickets falling. This is nice. You just ease into your first run, understanding there, get your feet moving every time you're running well between the wickets and talking to your partner. That gives you some confidence.
Now here's the difference with Velalage, a wrist spinner or finger spinner, is easy to pick. The batter is a lot more confident in using his feet. But Hasaranga, more guile because of his wrist spin, the wrong end. Batter is not picking it, Shamim. That's why they're reluctant to leave the crease. That's why they're not maneuvering or trying to maneuver him too much. They're waiting for that short one. That's the difference of the bowlers and what you see coming at you.
What you're saying is as you can read it out of the fingers of Lalage. Even with my Tiksana, I think they were very confused what was coming up. So you've got two guys who can really confuse the batters, Hasaranga and Tiksana. The option to take on anybody, if you want to take on, would be Lalage.
Yeah, correct. But that's what they tried. And Velalage picked up 2 wickets. Imon at deep mid wicket. And the captain Miraj caught at long off just a while ago, trying to do exactly that. Execution needed to be better. The thought process probably right.
Yeah, absolutely right. And that's the way to go. One end, your main spinners just tie up the batters. You fancy your chances against a somewhat weaker bowler you feel is a weaker bowler, and you just give away your wicket. Oh, now that was a good delivery. And for the drive, and it's overdone. 124 for 4. Standout performance from Kusal Mendes. Really took to the bowling, enjoyed himself with 124 of 114. Sri Lanka and him, and they were going. Sri Lanka were looking to go over even the 300 mark. Pulled it back somewhat, but Bangladesh in a difficult position now. Chance of stopping here.
Did he leave his ground? We will go upstairs though. Give you umpire to director. We have an umpire review for stumping. I have checked the field. It's a fair delivery. Can you show me the side on angle, please? The ball is collected behind the stumps. Roll it back one more time, please. Can you show me the split screen from the front on? I need to see whether the ball was in the hand or not. And the stumps are broken with the ball. Okay. Yeah, I need a split screen just to confirm it. I can't see the ball from here. Do you have anything else to show? Yeah. I can't see the ball from this side because show me the previous one again. Show me the previous one. And roll it frame by frame, frame by frame. Frame by frame. Yeah. One more frame, one more. The ball is in the hand, in between the two palms, and the stump is broken. But now show me the side on. I need to check where the foot is. Yes, keep rolling. Yeah, I'm setting.
Has been made. Threw him out of the crease and just checking whether it was cleanly done. It has. 12 for Shamim Hussain, Bangladesh. More trouble. 124 for 5. Zakir Ali comes in. Leg Gully in position for him.
Manidu Hasaranga picking up wickets on one leg. That's unbelievable. Zakir Ali, he can hit a ball. Got a very good average. Now Bangladesh would so really need him to stick with Redoy. I mentioned the fact that they're not picking Hasaranga because this was just lobbed up one step and he could have creamed it. But he's totally lost. He's playing for the leg break. Geez, that stumping was tried. Not this we're talking about, whether the ball was in his hand for a moment. Take it again. It looked like the glove took the bail off. But then the ball is still touching that particular glove. Umpire needed to make sure that it was in control. And that little kid has made the trip from Colombo. Remember him in the test matches and the ODIs?
Yeah, he's livened it up and they're lively in the middle. Why not? And the Hasaranga has really spun a web around the Bangladeshi batters, hardly giving them the opportunity to read his googlies in particular.
I've told you many times, Shamim, Hasaranga seems to bowl better on one leg.
Just about manages to keep it out. It's 124 for 5.
Well, it's turning out to be a tall order for Bangladesh at the moment. It got to go at 7+ runs on over. 7.36 to be precise. If you compare runs versus balls, 162 or 132. It's not beyond them, but the problem here is that they have lost 5 wickets. They just got Ridoy, who's looked good, Zakir Ali just in. So plenty of repair work to be done. And I'm afraid it looks a little bit of a tough climb for them. Down the wicket he comes. This is a really good shot. Talk about being aggressive, talk about being positive. It was them, everything was embedded in that shot. A good hit. Got to the pitch of the ball, went with the turn, almost to the grass banks. An 86-meter hit. The boundary after 30 deliveries. Certainly the spinners in the middle overs for Sri Lanka, keeping things in check for the Bangladeshi batters. Arafat from the last game is uncharacteristic. When it comes to his natural game, he's changed totally, making sure he's taking the responsibility. Needs to do that, but the problem is that he doesn't seem to be having support at the other end. Lovely use of the feet, brilliant execution, went all the way. Went for 6. Zakir Ali is now just in his 6 deliveries, hasn't got off the mark as yet. One big difference I see in Vellala game from the last game, Sean, has been the speed which he bowls. He was pushing it through. This game is normally just going slightly slower. I think that has been the best part about Vellala game. The 12th man in the field. Beautiful specimen, isn't it? Beautiful specimen.
Hello.
Last ball of the over. Two is the call. Two is the call. They should get through quite easily. They get 10 off the over. 134 for 5. If you really look at runs versus balls, it's very capable. 152 or 126. And asking for little over 7 runs an over in the modern game is not frightening at all for a batting side, but it's about making sure that you have wickets in hand. Here is Kamitu Mendis with his left arm spin. The ambidextrous swept. Doesn't get hold of it. He was looking to go fine. He's looking to play it fine.
5 wickets in his career so far for Kamitu. One of them was Awiljoy in the first game. Certainly when it comes to the matchup, the Sri Lankan skipper will be hoping for the second time in this series. He can do the job against Awiljoy. But the difference, I think the last game was current really well for a half century. Even now 42 or 64, well set, playing the ball on its merit, not taking any risk. As you said, required rate at 7.31. Problem is, after this wicket, not much budget to go. Tanzimasan Shaki, yes, he can play the long ball, but from him, the others, not much promising.
Well, he can be very useful, Kamitu Mendis. With his ambidextrous spin bowling. Tends to bowl a lot of left arm spin when the right hand is on strike. That stayed a little bit. If you saw that, if you look at that shot, didn't arrive. He had to delay. There was a little bit of, I thought, a bit of bounce as well that time when he played it off the back foot.
Bit of grip in the last delivery. There was a call by Awiljoy for a one-jacker rally where the best view is the ball was going behind the wicket keepers of the non-strikers, and he wasn't ready to run. Kamitu Mendis contributes to the ball. Has missed out in this series. The back was not much promising when it comes to his average. On the left side, rightly so, called it wide. Kamitu wide with the ball. It's close to the stumps, and also Awiljoy walked outside the off, which I thought he did not.
Last ball of the over. And Glasaranga just took a bit of a breather there. Well, that's a poor delivery, really bad delivery. But he's got a fielder on the boundary. He concedes 3 runs with 20 overs to go. Bangladesh 137 for 5.
মোবাইল যা ভালো তাহলে লাইক করতে লাইক ভিডিও করতে হ্যাঁ
Well, the green worm seem to be taking a slight dip at this stage. Oh, he's enjoying himself, isn't he? He's having a good time.
Graduate from your School of Academy.
A postgraduate.
You seem to have done well, Roshan. Another graduate. He's only earned on his own. Very good spell by Stationer with the new ball. Came around the 7th over, put the brakes on the run rate, 3 overs for 6 runs, but the game, his role changes now. Has to become an attacking bowler, try and get a wicket. He has the repertoire, he has the variation to pick up wicket. I just like to see things and try a couple of things. I've not seen him bowl that quickly yet. Maybe a good option against Jacarani.
Well, he's just got a solitary wicket in the series, and that's because, as you said, there are certain roles that Mahesh Deekshana plays.
Off spin is something that we've seen for a very long time. Googly, which he has developed the last year or so, very consistently bowls, but not in this series for my liking. Current ball, his go-to ball, his stock ball. When he is in doubt, when he wants to keep things in control, keep things in check, most of the time you see him flicking the ball like a carom delivery. That's a trademark. the back spinner, slightly round armish. Almost similar, subtle difference just to make sure the batsman does not make it. I like to see bowl more of these. Fine attack. Probably not to talk with Ridoy, was batted for a long time. Looking settled, picks the variations pretty quickly. But against Jakarta, the new batter, against the tail enders, I think he should try. And he has the confidence.
Amazing, isn't it? The variations, variety that he carries. To me,
ধরবো কথা বলতেছি
simply the toughest ball is the carom ball that he flicks. So why I say it's tough is you need really strong fingers to do what he does.
She's checking the variations. The one in the blue clipboard case. There you go, that's you. Yes.
ও
Distinction.
মেলা মানুষ দেখতেছে 135 জন দেখতেছে
Variations. She's keeping a note.
হ্যাঁ মে জিরো জন না বলতে না
Bit of advice. Like it's
এমনি যে লাইভ ভিডিও দা ইয়ালা একটা
142
দেন
for 5.
একটা দেন কথা বাস কল করে না মোবাইল নিয়ে না
Now the rate is 7.5 runs, 7.58 to be precise. 144 for 114. Now the Mendes continues. Oh, that rubbish! And fielded in the deep. Just a little bit rubbish. That time, Ridoy 48 inching close towards a half century. For a moment, Captain Mendes thought he had his man.
Valid attempt by the captain. Captain Mendes got to be full on. It's about the third time in his spell into 7 deliveries he has bowled, been shorter. Try and get the batsman to the front foot. That's better. That's almost exact delivery. Went through the gap and hit the stumps in the first game. Just bowl there and ask the batter if he wants to take any risk. Take.
লাইভ ভিডিও চলতেছে
Yeah, you're right. He needs to be getting him to play on the front foot most of the time. Again, short and wide. And that should be his half century. His 9th half century in his career. And his second consecutive half century against Sri Lanka. Earnestly applause from the head coach Phil Simmons. It was a very fine innings by Tawik Ridoy.
Against his character. Usually attacking, nice to be aggressive. The last couple of games he's played the conditions well, situations well, taking the responsibility as a new number 4. The likes of Mushikur Rahim, Mahmudullah Riyad has done that job for a long time. The Bangladeshi side looks like should be down with Ridoy, taking that responsibility at number 4 and through the days.
I think he certainly has the capacity and capability, no doubt about it. Temperament too. He's held his innings in this period quite well. Off the edge. Very, very lucky. Manadu Hazaranga is not going to run half it. Done it. Lian again does well. Does brilliantly well. Great piece of work by the fielder. The batters have just run 2, which is very poor running.
Yeah, on the part of the batters, that was very, very poor. The fielder had to run for fine leg. This will be checked. Yeah, seems like he's fine. That is fantastic commitment shown by Johnny Tweed again. Very, very poor by Bangladesh 2 batters. They thought it's going for a boundary. In the end, missed out to exchange for another single.
The sweep, and this time a loose lane again. And good fielding in the deep. Very good fielding in the deep. That's Patum Nisanka. They get a couple. They get 9 runs in the over. And Bangladesh are 151 for 5.
This will be checked. Atum Nissanka did really well, full length dive. When he touches the boundary padding, this is where it might be a problem for Patum Nissanka. Does that touch the hip of Patum Nissanka when his hand touches the rope? Ooh. Looks like it, isn't it? Very, very close.
Well, very unfortunate indeed because a great effort by the fielder, but then the umpires just make sure that they look at every little detail because some of these games they go down to the wire. They're just checking at that point, as in I don't know whether that's a good angle because you need to look at the point he connects with the boundary as to where the ball was.
Tough one for the third umpire. Good shot, good sprint. Patum Nissanka for me, just there. Probably is a touch. It's very hard to say from this angle. Two angles that we have at disposal. Yeah, correctly so. We all thought, suspected that will be about 153 for 5.
153 for 5. That was a good over for Bangladesh. Here is Shamira. It's going full that time. But we spoke about the variety of tricks this man brings into the table. With the way he releases, the type of deliveries he bowls, and this is another look as to what you were talking about.
Yeah, for the batter, this is the view he'll get. Carrot ball, it's the flip from the fingers right in front. A slight change in the grip itself when it comes to backspin. Slightly round armish, and for more than flicking it, just floating a little bit, moving a bit slower. That's where I think the batsman.
Oh, ball in! Good length, deep backer, Dushmanta Shamira strikes for Sri Lanka, and that too, the massive wicket of Alvin Bidoy. Well, this is brilliant bowling by Shamira. He struck some fantastic blows. First, Shanto, and this one jagging back, hitting the top of middle stump at pace. And the extra pace of Shamira doing the trick for Sri Lanka. Now he you look good. Just reached his half century, has a long walk back. Out for 51. Bangladesh 153 for 6. And it's time for some drinks. Ridoy, who batted exceptionally well, out for 51. Bowled by Chamira. That's a massive blow for Bangladesh to take. Chamira running in with pace, getting that ball to Jack back and hitting the top of middle stump.
A seam movement. Just a bit of deviation to create the gap between the bat and the pad. Trying to play on the up. Just a good delivery. Undone. I think Dushman Chamir, since he made his comeback in the last game, very impressive. Enough movement. And he can hold the bat. Tanzim Hassan Shakib got contribution in the last game. And helped down in a winning cause for Bangladesh with some last hitting late order.
Chamira has been good. He's hit the bat hard. He's increased his pace. And the good thing about his bowling is the control that is shown. In the second game, he was a little bit wayward. He was all over the place, going down the leg side. But today, deliveries like this have been simply good.
It's all about the length in the end. He is a good player, top of his game. To undone his defenses, got to be a good one. Just a good delivery. Bowling coach Darshan Gamage, he'll be happy man. Those days he used to do that. With his height, he hit the deck card, all of a sudden pushing it through. Enough movement inwards to the right hander to keep Dushman Chamir interested. Looks like he keeps running in, probably one more over. He'll try and hit the front pad of the stumps in this spell.
Talking about Darshan Gamage, there is the man. And in fact, a trio of fast bowlers sitting right underneath his nose. Maybe tutoring him as the game progresses. Two balls to go in the over. That's a good bouncer. That's a really good bouncer. That's a quick one.
That was a nasty one. Gone are the days the fast bowler slumps, not anymore. That was a snorter. Right on the money. Trying to hit the badge. Not the ideal way to leave or duck the bouncer. But in the end, he did well. That was quick. 132.8. But the height was to be through.
Good fielding. That's a rare miss. Loves the batters to come back for two. Still 4 runs and a wicket. 157 for 6.
চলে নাকি চলে আমি চলে নাকি
7.59 now the requirement in terms of runs per over. At this stage, if you compare balls versus runs, 129 of 102. Still very gettable, but you need wickets in hand. That's the commodity that Bangladesh doesn't have at the moment. And you spoke about the different releases of ice creams, the carom ball, the backspin. See, the amazing thing, Maha, is the carom ball, how he flicks the ball. Because, see, the fingers have to be very strong to do that. That's one. I think that's the problem. And the second thing is to be able to flick it regularly and accurately to a certain spot. It needs so much of practice. I used to remember when Ajanta Mendis used to do that. I mean, it was just amazing to watch what he did. And now Mahesh Dictionary is doing it. Not an easy art. It's a very tough art.
তোরা বুঝি না তো
It's again the wrong one. But it is
তোরা বুঝি না
perfected.
Good to see last two deliveries, variation coming out. The first one was a googly, was short though. Even the last delivery was a googly, was much more quicker. The length was a little too fuller. Now he's trying to bowl to pick up wickets. Much better. 6 wickets down, go for the kill. He's into his fifth over. Keep it away, absolutely nothing, just 12 runs. Need to have confidence about yourself to be a spinner like my station who loves to bowl with the new ball. That's quite rare for a spinner, for a finger spinner. But he loves the new ball simply because the ball skids on and sometimes when it cannot be delivered, he just holds on its line and that's where he gets most of his wickets.
You talk about bowling in different phases of the game. Whether it is T20 or 50 over cricket, he's able to bowl in different phases. T20 he opens the bowling, also bowls at the depth. You spoke about changing roles and bowling in the middle for wickets, so it's how you adapt and how you make that adjustment.
On that note, I think that's where Vellari was very impressive. I was quite critical about him bowling too quick in the last game. In this game, he's got it spot on. It's over, and most of the deliveries was played.